Good evening, fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I, and I am Guy. I'm coming to you live from Applewood Station in Denver, Colorado, where it's just 1 degree above freezing. So, I am today working on a paper which is due in 3 hours. So I'm going to probably hang out here for a minute or two, say hi to Brent when Brent gets here, because Brent will get here at some point. And then I'm going to have to go get cracking on this, because this paper is due, and I'm doing good, but I need to clean it up, and I need to make it look nice, and I need to get all the things together here on this. So, need to do a couple of, but this is all writing, so it's not going to be interesting unless people are interested in watching me just go forever. So, I'm going to probably bow out of this. Besides, I need to do my sources up here on this monitor anyway. But I figured I'd at least check in, because I didn't check in last night because my time has gotten super tight all of a sudden. It'll probably be fine. Next week looks like it's a much better week. Of course, I'm not broadcasting tomorrow morning. And everything like that. But I will say one thing. And that is, at the moment, I have a 96% on my Japanese class, a 96.31 in my biological anthropology class, an 82%, which will probably be raised up into the 90s in my archaeology class. I don't have anything in my cultural anthropology because nothing's been turned in yet. He hasn't given me any assignments. The first assignment comes in 2 weeks. So he apparently makes his class write a lot on the assignments, but it's my core. So I'm pretty sure I'll be doing pretty good on that one. Either way, I feel like I'm creeping up on my first ever 4.0 semester. I've never had one before, and I think I'm creeping up on it really quickly here, which is really cool. So, I'm going to go on ahead and get back to work, because I've never had a 4.0 before. I've always been a 2.2 GPA student all of my life. I've always been someone who just barely made it through school. And even when I went back to school in my 30s, I still had a 3.45, which isn't to say that that's bad. A 3.45 is absolutely acceptable. But I never really would have ever thought I'd ever come up on a 4.0. And I'm sitting here I'm just on the cusp of a 4.0. And I'm like, well, that's a thing that I did not expect to have. So that's a thing. Anyway, the long and the short of this is, I'm going to go on ahead and bow out. I don't see Brent yet, so I'm waiting for Brent, hanging out in Brent's world here. We've got another restart tonight, but hopefully not while I'm doing this. I did have a horrible scare today. It looked like both of my machines had synchronized. Hey, how you doing? Could I call you Fritz? You look like a Fritz. FR1Z. So, I had written half this paper on my Microsoft Surface. And when I plugged my Surface in, the two PCs synchronized, and it copied this PC's copy of my paper over to that PC and overwrote it, which meant that all the work I had done on my paper was gone. I had all my sources, but that was it. I didn't have the paper at all. But as I was cursing Microsoft's ever-loving name, I found that there were previous versions of my paper sitting in the the memory of whatever. I don't even know. But one of them happened to be the version that I had written on the Surface, even though the Surface's version of it is gone. So I recovered that one, saved it as a different name so that it can't accidentally do that again. And now I'm hammering away at this, trying to kind of get this thing done. But either way, the long and the short of it is this paper is due in 3 hours. So I've got it almost done. It is good, but I do need to still have it looked over by people and roommates and stuff like that. And so I'm going to go on ahead and bow out. And then I'll be back again next week. So it looks like my schedule is much calmer next week. For those who haven't been here early on, one of the teachers at work has ended up not being able to do Wednesday and Friday's classes. So I'm taking over and subbing. So it's been a brutal week because Tuesday and Thursday I have to get up early to get to my 8 o'clock biology class. And then Wednesday and Friday I was subbing. And then Saturday and Sunday I have normal work as well. I normally work on the weekends, so I'll be teaching on Saturday and Sunday. So this is going to be 4 days of teaching and 2 days of intense school. And the only day that was even remotely calm was Monday, and I only had one class on Monday. So, brutal week, but next week looks perfectly normal. Like, it looks like I'm going to be able to do all my normal stuff. Tuesday's still Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll be doing some work on some animations, which will be fun. So Wednesday morning is animations, may even be Monday night. We'll have to see. And so that should be normal next week. And then I should be having a normal morning Friday and Wednesday and Monday. So next week looks like it's pretty normal in the mornings, except possibly Monday might be a little weird. We'll have to see. So either way, I'm leaving a little early, but I'll be seeing you guys around. I'll be here, I promise, next week when things are a little bit less crazy. So everybody have a good evening. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. We've got this weekend coming up here. Things look pretty calm and normal out there. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye.